Hello from View from Under the Bus. Today is just going to be you and I. Sean's not available today to do our question and answer, but I did want to bring up some really important points about how can we support a loved one that has a journey through chronic pain. There's some things that, from my point of view, might be interesting to talk about, and that is remembering that they're more than their chronic pain. The last episode, I talked about that Sean isn't chronic pain Sean. And he's not Sean chronic pain. He's not Sean with chronic pain, but that he's Sean. And I think it's to recognize that the chronic pain doesn't want to be their main focus in their life. So you need to recognize that it's talking to them about what their life is. Their life is more than their chronic pain. Their children, their job, their hobbies, what brings them joy, what encourages their heart. And you want to talk about those things. Celebrate the things that bring them joy. That's all about supporting the person that you love that has chronic pain. Often, since there's about a 300-mile distance between Sean and I, we spend a lot of time on the phone talking. And he talks about if he's had a good day or a bad day. Sometimes when I call, he can't answer the phone because he's having a really bad day and it's just too much to answer the phone and talk about things. That's when I begin to pray for him, honestly. I ask God to begin to touch his heart and help him through a hard day. He'll often call me back and say that it took 2 or 3 times to get started that day, but he tries to get up. He does want to be productive. He does want to complete his tasks and the things that are his responsibilities around the house. And it's about also recognizing that sometimes that person wants to talk about it and sometimes they don't. If they want to talk about it, you listen. If they don't want to talk about it, don't bring it up. He mentioned about doing a review if somebody does want to talk about their pain that they're in, asks what's different. What do you remember doing? Where you're helping them walk through maybe finding a solution, but also sometimes just saying, it's a bad day today. But not asking them to push through because you don't know what they're experiencing. You don't know how their pain affects them. Every person experiences pain differently. Every person has a different tolerance of pain. I've heard different people say, wow, that's not that bad. You don't know. Well, if it was me, I could do it. You don't know. And that's where we have to be empathetic. We have to be gentle. And that the person can dictate what they're able to do and what they're able not to do. It's about that support. I remember early on when Sean was using ice much more frequently than he is now. I sewed a thing that would hold the packets of ice. And I used a lot of quilting material and so that it would hold the cold in better, so it wouldn't be so against his skin. He still uses it when he gets out. That was something that helped him. It was something that I could do that could help him. Finding different ways to support him with maybe not even saying anything. Making sure that there's a place for him to sit that would be comfortable, never mentioning anything. Making sure that he feels free to speak to you about, I don't feel good, or I'm tired, and then not reacting and knowing that he's pushed as far as he could. I'm speaking for myself. But it's recognizing that there are limitations that come. I know as I get older, I can't run and jump like I used to. And there's things that just make it hard, and I have to say, I can't do that today. I have to give that space to somebody that's struggling with chronic pain. And I think it's about being kind and gentle and not being judgmental or doubting. Now, I'm not talking about coddling and making excuses. I'm talking about helping the person through a time of difficulty. And then when they're having a good day, you don't even need to talk about anything, and enjoy and rejoice in the good day that's going on. There's so many things in life that somebody that's struggling with any chronic illness or with chronic pain, they want to be able to experience the wonders and the joys and the accomplishments of life. And sometimes the person on the side needs to have the freedom to help them walk through that process. I think when we see a loved one struggling, we want to fix it. We can't fix this. We can't take it away. But we can create an environment for them to feel safe in talking about it, not talking about it, letting them tell us what we can do or not do. But we need to find ways by communicating in an informative, compassionate way. What can I do to help when you're having a bad day? When you're having a pain event, what can I do? Those are those discussions, I think, that create the place to talk about, so that when it happens, you don't have to go through while they're in the event, while they explain it to you. You already know what to do. It's important for us to know that we are on the journey with them. It's important for them to know that we're going to stand with them. Whether you're a sibling like me, whether you're the spouse, whether you're a coworker, a neighbor, a friend, we all have different roles as we have a person that's struggling and on that journey of chronic pain. Sometimes it's helping them with a chore. Sometimes it's just being with them. I want to encourage you to hit the subscribe button. And also, please place your comments down. How are you succeeding in supporting your person with chronic pain? Or what would you like to say if you were able to tell somebody what can help you? Please put your comments. Those help our topics and the things that we talk about. Also, as you know, there are so many people that struggle with debilitating chronic pain. Will you please share this video and the others with them? I just want to get the message out. When Sean and I began to talk about a YouTube channel, we said there are so many that need to hear that they're not alone. Many, many people struggle alone with their chronic pain, or they feel like they're alone. And we want them to know that there are people out there that are walking with them. We want them to know that they're not alone. We want to thank you for coming and listening. Hopefully that what we share is relevant and encouraging to you. Next week, Sean will be back and we'll be able to talk again about what he's done, his perspective. because I think it's relevant that he's the one talking about it. He's the one that is being vulnerable, and hopefully that gives you insights for yourself. We look forward to seeing you again, and I would ask that you find a way to encourage somebody today, even if they don't have chronic pain. Find somebody that you can encourage today. We look forward to seeing you again next time.